Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.
Good morning. I don't know if my mic is working today. It doesn't look like it's working. Let me check. Let me check. Seems to be working. Let me check. Seems to be working. How are you all doing today? Seems to be working. How are you all doing today? Oh. We have a mess, people. We have an entertainment black man mess. There is, maybe I don't have to put my mask on if I put my mic in front of me. Just worked it out, but I might have to still put my mic on. We have a mess, people. Because if I laugh, then then you all can see my face. We have an entertainment mess. This is messy. This is messy. The boys are crying like girls. Crying. These boys are crying so badly. I ain't seen a grown man cry since Social Security and my dad's railroad pension and the military pension and his living pension from being MTA pension, gave him a letter and told him we need to combine his income. That grown-ass man cried. We couldn't console him. Now, meanwhile, listen, he might have lost $500, but he was getting $5,000 a month. He cried so bad. I was like, Daddy? Daddy? Are you crazy? That's how it's. Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Tears just running down his face. I was like, are you crazy? You still make good money. Like, you're not crying. I can't. Oh my God. Let me take my horse pill. This is my antibiotic. What do you call this thing? Amoxicillin. I'm so happy to take this amoxicillin shot. I can't take big pills. Remember I told you I can't suck dick? I can't take big pills. Remember I told you? Remember I told you I won't suck anymore? I mean, back in the day. But since I've gotten older, this throat has tightened up, like my vagina has tightened up. And Neither one wants anything too big. Why do I do that? Why do I take a pill and turn it into sex? Does anybody have a brain like me? Nope, just me. This pill just tastes nasty. Nasty. All right. Y'all are going to see my teeth in a minute, and I just don't have time for that. I am not Christian. I am not Christian. Don't get it twisted, child. Do you think? Oh man, you guys can't hear me the same way. Shit. Do you think I act like Cat? Do you think I'm the psychic of Cat Williams? That would be the best compliment ever. Hey, Harry. That would be the best compliment ever. If you thought I was like Cat Williams in the psychic world, I'd be like, booyah, 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 booyah. You're goddamn right. Okay, there's so much to tell you guys. There's so much to do. I don't even know where to begin. There's so much shit out there. Let me first say hi to everyone. Let's start this off nice and slow because I'm so excited that my brain is like mush now, right? I'm so excited. I'm so glad that Cat Williams has walked into 2024 and came into my life. Yes! I didn't know 2024 was going to be great. I didn't know. But once Cat Williams walked into my life, Now, y'all know I am the worst chocolate, and I say chocolate for a reason because we're going to talk about colorism. I am the worst chocolate black person you will ever meet. The worst. The worst. I don't know rap. I do have rhythm, but only because I was a former dancer, right? But I don't have Soul Train rhythm, right? A Soul Train. I don't have that. That was my sister's era, right? I don't have Soul Train rhythm. I'm a former ballet dancer, so I hear music. We talked about this. I hear music. I don't hear words. As a matter of fact, if you play classical music with me right now, this is me. If you ever want me to calm down, put on some classical music. I'm like this. A Soul Train. I can't do Soul Train. I can't. I'm jealous of Soul Train and the dancers. That was an era. Never invested. I never invested in Soul Train. My sister did. And I looked at my sister like this. I was 8. She's 7 years older than me. Her and my mama just loving Soul Train. I didn't get it. So I am the worst chocolate. And the reason why I say chocolate is because we're going to talk about colorism in a minute. Black person you could ever meet. I should not have the black card. Why, Tracy? Why do you say that? Because I didn't invest in culture. The black culture, the white culture, the culture, the anybody's culture. I did metaphysical. That's all I knew. It's all I cared about. I didn't know anything culturally. So I didn't know most of the comedians y'all were talking about yesterday. I mean, it's really sad. I missed a whole black culture by being psychic. By the way, oh, I forgot to write the tooth one, but we'll talk about that in a minute. By the way, if you want a reading with me, let me see. If you want a reading with me, real quick. If you want a reading with me, 213-458-7408. Get, oh God, get a reading with me just to help me with my tooth fund. That's why I'm wearing a mask. I have a missing tooth. My own sister laughed at me. All right, Tony laughed at me. If please help me by getting a reading, and thank you in advance. So, Millicent says, I don't have any rhythm. You ain't got the black card then. No one can give you the black card. As a child, I was mesmerized by Soul Train dances, says Soul Sister. Me too. I was like this. I looked at my sister like this. But I didn't get it. It didn't mean that I was watching it every week like everybody else in the world. A Soul Train. That was my favorite part, the beginning. After that, I was done. I did watch some of the dances. Miss Sheena. I enjoyed every second of that interview. And we need a part 2, 3, and 4. Which interview? Oh, Cat. Ooh, there. Oh, let me tell you, there's a lot of things we have to talk about. Yeah, Leos do love to dance, not a doubt. But I didn't get the black era, right? The 70s, the 80s. That's when Michael Jackson came out. I didn't get Thriller. I didn't get any of it. I love Michael Jackson. I didn't get it, right? Because I'm just in my little spiritual books like this. I'm in my little crystal books. I'm doing everything but black, right? Then I got older and I realized I just don't act black at all. Like, I was just like an anomaly. So I was like, well, it's easy to learn black, right? Because it's in my DNA. It's easy to learn black, so I'm just gonna copy black folks. These are true stories. I know we've never talked about this before. I said I'm gonna copy black vernacular, black mannerism. The neck roll is my favorite thing. I did not have a natural neck roll. I copied it. What? What? Even now I don't do it right. Even now. You know? So when Kat was talking about some of these characters, other than Steve Harvey, who I think is one of the biggest jackasses I've ever met. Am I allowed to say that? Allegedly? Allegedly, he's one of the biggest jackasses I ever met. It's my opinion. Let me see what everybody's saying before because I'm just going off the rails. Oh, I might have missed some of you guys because the thing stops. Creative Soul, Saban, hi. Purple Passion, Irie, Eggplant. Hi, Purple Passion. That was hilarious. It all is. Hi, Miss Tracy, you gorgeous soul. Thank you. Relax the back of your throat. It's like riding a bike. You never forget how it's done. What, being black? Oh. You just relax the back of your throat. You just relax. And you open your mouth and it comes naturally. Bullshit! Bullshit! Sometimes the size is too much and it's like, it's too, I can't, the size. Y'all know the size. Now that's when I know black culture. I'll give you a little tidbit that maybe some of you don't know. Jews. Jewish men have the same size as black men. Yep. True story. True story. True story. All right. Steph goes 5 minutes and you have me cracking. Oh my God. All right. I love it. Thank you, Saban. Um, yeah, I think 2024 is going to be great for all of us. And Kat kicked it off. I thought the New Year's Eve party, I thought the fireworks was the thing. Nope, it was Cat Williams. The year of truth. I enjoyed every second. Um, oh, hi, Miss Kimberly. Many, many moons. Good day, all. Good day. I know, back at you in ballroom walls. Oh my God, I could do a ballroom waltz. Like y'all don't know. Oh my God, Dancing with the Stars. I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, I love stuff like that. Tracy, you are right when you say Hollywood give black men different wives once they are in. Now, did I ever say that? Because you know I'd be saying shit, don't remember. As a child, I was mesmerized. I don't have any rhythm either. All these black folks with no rhythm. Join the team. Join the black metaphysical no rhythm team. None of y'all can have your black card. Yes, he woke he woke on hi Tiffany. He woke, remember he wore the necklace, woke on at least 7 or 8 people. Hilarious. Blessings upon blessings, Tracy Brown in chat. By the way, I can dance my behind off. Ah! Jealous, jealous. Cat's a Virgo too. Spoke. Oh, he spoke. Oh, he spoke on at least 7 to 8 people. Yes. I love Cat's interviews. Super smart, honest guy. He spoke his truth. I don't like Steve at all. I heard he isn't nice. Um, wait, what? Jewish men? Yes. Little known secret. Little known secret. They are blessed. Sorry to tell you. There are just some things I know. There's just some things I know. Sorry. Oh yes. Oh yes. Mm, true story. All right. According to Kat, there is no allegedly. I didn't appreciate Shannon cutting him off. Bingo. I saw that. Shannon, there's a lot of things I have to tell you. And I'm getting like, Shannon wanted him. Shannon didn't know what the hell he was asking for. Be careful what you wish for. Grand Rising Healing, love everyone. When you date out, you Jada knows she dates out. When you date out, you find out that size is not exclusive to one race. So true. Cat Williams told his truth, ruffled some feathers. Folks are upset. Cat Williams ratted on all the men I hate, especially, what did he call Faison? Fat Faison? What did he call? Wait, I think I wrote it down because I said I was going to forget it. So let me check it. He said Faison was a fat Faison lie. That touched my heart. That touched my ever-loving, brown-skinned heart. All right. How to Think Like a Man. He stole that book. Remember, we talked about that. I don't know if you were on, Tiffany. Steve Harvey stole the story, stole the book, and plagiarized. Ooh, child, I need more of these secrets, says Free. Cat cracked me up when he said weird looking. have to rewind that like 3 times. I wasn't sure what he was talking about. I was like, what? Weird looking what? Weird looking light skin what? Weird looking light skin wives? What? Huh. You know who's also in that? I'm sorry to bring you up because I know you are trying very hard to clean up whatever mess could have been out there for you. What's that guy on Good Morning America? What's his name? What's his name? The football player. Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan. What are you cleaning up? Because you wound up with Eddie Murphy's wife, and I thought that shit was weird. I thought that shit was weird. You wound up with Eddie Murphy's light-skinned wife. Shannon and friends with majority's people. Kat spoke up. I know. I know. What's Boris? Shannon was, I've never seen a grown man be so uncomfortable. He spent the whole time with his arms like this. I'm like, you're a big ass burly football player. What is happening to you? Little Cat Williams shrunk Shannon, who, by the way, has a clear wife, and made him speechless. Because when Cat say that, the bullet went to Shannon. Made him speechless. That phase on lie. That is going to be my new phrase, everyone. If I see you lying, if you come on and you say something crazy and I see you lying, we're going to call it out. That's a fat phase on lie. Yes. Shannon did a review of the interview last night. He knew beforehand. Remember I told you in the reading? I told you in the reading he knew. So let me get to that part. Oh my God. Where is it? You know what? I hate when I just want to talk to you guys for a minute. Shannon is casting. The video has over 9.5 million viewers yesterday. Apparently, it has 11 million now. Now Cedric acting like he don't remember the jokes his guy to April. Kat has been saying things for years. You're right. But when he pushed it all together in a 3-hour interview, it had the biggest impact. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Ludacris, but it had something to do with. Oh, I've got the video. I'll show you guys. Ludacris is in his little panties too. Yeah, Michael Strahan, y'all knew what I was talking about. How'd you wind up with Eddie Murphy's wife? Because it's a system, guys. It's a system. Now, Michael Strahan, I'm looking at you crazy. Kat don't need to bring you up. I'm looking at you crazy now. Oh, not at all. Not at all. Remember, Kat said, I have receipts. So what's Faison going to do? Faison is going to sue him because he called him fat? Shannon Shay, how you doing? Is very suspect, Tiffany. His body language was uncomfortable. He was not ready for his own interview in terms of. All right, let me play this. Let me tell you how uncomfortable he was. Oh man. This is such bullshit. I know this was working. Oh, maybe it was working.
I said, I get sat down, I have an interview. Yeah. And I said, it's going to be the interview at 24. Oh, yeah. I said, he's going to break the internet. And yeah. People like, well, who is it they're trying to, who is it going to be? Is it going to be LeBron? Is it going to be President Obama? Right. I said, but this guy, and what he said, I said, it's gonna surprise a lot of people. Yeah. And the interview that I'm talking about, and everybody's talking about it, is the Cat Williams. Oh, yeah. I've been trying to line this interview up since about the end of 2022. Yes, sir. And he's like, I don't know when I'm going to be on your side of town, but I'll keep that in mind.
Wait, now, so you had this brewing since 2022?
I've been trying to set it up. So basically all the 20, I ended up getting this in of 23. So I'm sitting on that like, man, and I'm telling CJ and I'm talking. He's like, what do you think? He's like, it's gonna happen. I'm like, I don't know. I said, all I can do is reach out. I can ask. Right. And he hit me back. Let's do it. And I remember telling him, I said, CJ, Cat Williams people hit me up and say they want to do it. He's like, for real? I was like, yeah, for real. I said, whatever we have planned, I don't like to, I said, let's just clear it out. Because I don't know what day. It might be a Tuesday, it might be a Wednesday, it might be a Thursday, it might be a Friday. But clear it out. Because whenever the guest is about Chris Brown's interview at about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night at his place. Right. So there's not a time that in which if I'm not working at First Take, that I'm not available. Right. So if you want to do it at midnight, we'll have a team there to shoot that footage at midnight. That's live. So he comes in. So I get there. I try to get there a little bit before the guest. CJ we might have some last minute. Okay, CJ. Okay, I kind of got a feeling of kind of how I want to go. I've moved some things around from the questions that you came up with and I came up with, but I've moved some of the stuff around because I think it just feels better. When I was going over this last night, it just felt better to go in this sequence. He's like, okay, hey, I trust you. You trust me. Just go with your feet. Yeah. So I get there. I'm getting mic'd up, and I'm just talking, and he comes in. Mm-hmm. So he's already on one. And he says, I've been waiting a whole year. Right. To say
face and platform to say his piece.
Yes. Now, a lot of people have said, oh, Shannon left so much on the table. Shannon is not a journalist. I never said I was a journalist. Right. If you listen in my intro, I said, normally what I say, the person that's coming by for conversation and a drink, I'm a conversationalist, not an interviewer. It's a different space. Mm-hmm. He said, you allow other people a very safe place. That's why we like coming.
Keyword, safe.
Safe place.
Safe place.
I've also said on numerous occasions, if you want 60 minutes, if you want Dateline, if you want 48 hours, I'm not the place for you. Right. Go to those places and get those type of interviews. Right. Go to Lester Holt. Go to Nora O'Donnell. Go to, I'm not Mike Wallace. Rest his soul. I'm not Ed Bradley. Rest his soul.
Power off.
All right, let me figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Can't seem to get this thing charged. We'll talk for a minute. Give me a second. I wanted you all to hear the part where he said it got 11 million views. Let me see what everybody's saying. Oh, look at everybody just talking up a storm. Let me go backwards because I can't. I think Shay thought that he was safe. He must not have been informed about Cat. He'll call you out to your face. When he mentioned the light skin part, I was like, Lord. And then immediately I looked up Shannon's wife, and she's clear. And that shut him down. Look at that interview again. I think Shay, let me see, why are we side-eyeing Shannon? Cat was going to hijack the interview, regardless of what Shannon did. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is with Shannon, right? I don't know why that there's a ping on Shannon, right? And I think that's a good point, Dee. I think sometimes when somebody gets pinged on as a byproduct, let me hide my tooth. I think when somebody gets pinged on as a byproduct, there might be smoke. Shannon isn't married, or Shannon was married. Let me make sure. Oh, ex-girlfriend, doesn't matter to me. It must be his. I was looking at this. I didn't do that much investigation. This says the marriage of Shannon Sharpe. I don't know. But my point is that when Kat mentioned the wife statement, he was talking to Shannon. He shot right at Shannon as well. We zoomed in, right? We, meaning the peoples, zoomed in because it instantly got weird and tense when his own tea got spilled. That's what I think I'm trying to say. Thank you. Guys, my hair is growing so much, I can't find squidgies for my hair anymore. It's really annoying. It's really annoying when you can't find squidgies for your hair. It's too thick now. It's long and thick. That's a problem for me. Although I love it. All right. His BL? What's that mean? You know, Shannon talks about that, but you guys can't hear it. He talks about, I was going to let the whole thing play out. So hold on. I thought what he had on was fitting very well. I actually liked his outfit. Let me. Oh, hold on. I gotta answer some text messages. Let me see if I can play the video.
Bluetooth mode. Connected.
Cat Williams was my 102nd interview conversation on Club Shay Shay. He was the 102nd. Nobody said anything. Oh, but Shannon, you left this on the bone. I've had Magic Johnson. I've had Steve Harvey. I've had Michael Blackson. I've had Cedric the Entertainer. I've had DC Youngfly. I've had a lot of people.
Yeah,
Nobody said anything about pushback and follow-up questions until I got Cat Williams on.
Yeah.
And this thing took off like wildfire. And the people that's commenting is like, you got 200 followers. You can't be a journalist with 200 followers.
Right.
Because even people that don't know the journal,
No battery please charge.
you're upset that he said everything that he said, and he said it on my platform.
Right.
And now it's bringing attention to my platform. Just like I've had Ricky Smiley on. I've had Steve Harvey. You didn't say anything. I didn't push back about Steve when he said things about his marriage. You didn't say a word.
No.
When he spoke about his daughter, you didn't say a word.
Right.
I asked Cedric about did he steal Cat Williams' joke. You didn't say, Shannon, you didn't follow it up. I've asked Ricky Smiley, volunteered. He said, I didn't ask him. He said that he was originally supposed to play Money Mike and Cat was supposed to play Santa Claus.
Right.
He said that. You never said a word about follow-up questions, and I left so much on the bone. It wasn't until this video, which is almost at about 11 million views in less than 48 hours. Yes. Woo! Now mind you, Ocho, Steve Harvey's done 9 million views.
Yeah.
No battery please charge.
4 million. Ricky Smiley over 3 million. Magic Johnson over 2 million. I mean, a lot of these videos have gone viral and had viral moments. Nothing is caught fire like this.
Right.
This is what's upsetting them because first of all, he wasn't going to go on it because they don't know. He doesn't want to be. He wants to have a conversation. He says, you've allowed everybody else to come up here and say their piece.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for me, Ocho, as the interviewer, was the way he started. My thing was, do I interrupt him and get this thing back on track, or do I let him go?
See, when you're interviewing somebody like that, and with the safe place that you do call it, the fact that it's Cat Williams or Cedric the Entertainer, or any of these polarizing, iconic figures, you have to let them get their piece and say what they need to say. That's the whole point. You have.
No battery please charge. Power off.
Life sucks. All right, you go over there. I do have an alternate one, so let's do the alternate one. Just be patient with me today, guys. I had a funny feeling this crap was gonna happen. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna play some music for you guys. I gotta go do something. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I hope you guys are talking to each other. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes it's a live show, and sometimes I just got to take care of some business. It is what it is. So let me still see if I can get this. I can't get it because maybe I can get it.
The truth doesn't need motivation. Oh no. That's what he said. He said the truth doesn't need motivation. He said there's God's way and there's that. And if it's not God, it's the wrong way. Right. Yeah. So while all you guys said was Shannon, you needed a follow-up question with what? I said I didn't ask no follow-up question when said he didn't steal the joke.
Right.
That's not for me to decide. You decide.
Mm-hmm.
You decide who do you agree with. That's
Mhm.
not my decision to make.
Right.
I told you when I first started this, my very first interview was my brother. I said, my job, I'm going to try to bring you some of the biggest celebs, entertainers, and athletes
Right.
that I can possibly bring. And I'm going to allow them to have a conversation and maybe tell you something or share something with you, Ocho,
Mhm.
that they've never said,
Right.
or they've said it such a long time ago you don't remember it. But I want that entertainer, that celeb, or that athlete to share some things with you and give you a different glimpse of
Right.
who or she or who they are, he or she. That was it. I never said I was a journalist. I never professed to be a journalist.
Mhm.
I'm an entertainer.
Yeah.
I have entertainers. And again, if you want hard-hitting questions,
Yeah.
60 Minutes is the platform from you.
Right.
Dateline, 48 hours. Go to Lester Holt. Go to somebody that does that.
It's you got to understand. Those aren't safe places.
Mm,
Those
No.
aren't places where you can get what you want to say off.
mm.
Right.
They
So-
dictate everything.
Yes.
Right.
So
So
you go that route.
Ocho, you make a great point. So let me ask you this. You think Cat Williams was going to open up as much as he did on any other platform?
Absolutely not.
If
Absolutely
you go back to look, what's the longest? I mean, when we look at it, what's the longest interview he had done? Cat. Now, mind you, I haven't seen anything he posted on his social media page since
Right.
2020. Since 2020,
Right.
that's 4 years ago. No post.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Nobody else. I mean, the whole point is it's almost like barbershop talk. Being able to sit down with you.
Right.
Listen, I sat down with you and we talked. You had to kick me out.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
had to kick me out when I did Club Shay Shay because I was in such a
yeah. You like we
place.
done?
Yeah, I was ready to go now. You
That's
know, I
the
can talk
Ocho.
now.
I had you on.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody say, well, why didn't you ask him about that situation that happened in Miami? Why didn't you ask him about this?
Right.
Ain't nobody said anything.
Uh-huh.
You almost at 6 million with Coach Prime. Well,
Yeah.
you've been married this many times. Nobody said a word. It wasn't until I got Cat Williams.
Yeah.
It wasn't until this thing took off like wildfire.
Yeah.
It was all across the internet.
And it is more so about not only the traction, but it's what he said and the
Yes.
controversy that is stirred up. So now everybody has questions, their truths, their facts.
So we've been able. Go
That
ahead,
shit,
Ocho, go ahead.
that shit was awesome. That shit was awesome. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Obviously, me knowing I know Cedric, I know Steve, I knew Bernie Mac back, when Mac was alive. Goddamn, I got some stories about Cat. I'm gonna tell you that a lot of people in the chat watching a lot of stuff that you probably didn't even know yourself. But we'll get to that later on when we get into it.
And this, look, I'm not saying we the best of friends, but I talked to Steve Harvey.
Right.
I got Steve Harvey's number in my phone. I
Right.
got Cedric's number in my
Yeah.
phone. I
Yeah.
got Kevin Hart's number in
Yeah.
my phone.
Yeah.
Earthquake and we talk the most. I can sit, look, I'm friendly, cordial. I've been to Kevin Hart's house, been to his house, met his wife, just
Yeah.
saw him the other night at another function. Showed me his cars, had conversation with him.
Yeah.
We're friendly.
Yeah.
Earthquake and
Mhm.
I met Earthquake about 6-7 years ago. We've been cool ever since. He
Right.
called, sometimes Earthquake would just text me, brother, I just called to say I love you.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. Shine,
Yeah.
shine, King. Shine, shine, black man.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Hey, I got this thing. I'm at this comedy. Hey, come swing through if you get a chance to.
Right.
So he and I have a different type of relationship
Mhm.
than the other guys.
Right.
But do I talk to Steve Harvey? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have he invited me to his farm in Atlanta? Yes. He invited me to his, I think it's Dubai. He has a golf tournament Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Hey, I want you to come. So I have a great relationship. So it's hard on me.
Yeah. Listen, I understand. I totally understand where you're coming from. But obviously, when truth is being told, you were just the moderator in between giving the
That's
individual the space to tell their truth. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no hard feelings towards those that you already know, whether you know them personally or whether you just know them as associates. And I really enjoyed it in the fact that you give us a space to be able to tell our truth on your platform. It's
Right.
not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And there was no space for us to be able to do that.
Right.
And the fact that now we do have one, and this is going to be a trickle effect. if we not only did you have Cat Williams, but it's going to be somebody else after that. It's going to be somebody else after that, and it's going to continue to have that effect where, you know what, I have things I need to get off my chest. What better place to do it than on Club Shay Shay's platform? Who's not going to judge you? No, he's gonna ask the questions he needs to ask and allow you to say what you need to say. And that's it. It's simple.
Normally, when people are giving you information,
Right.
that you
Or you can come on Tracy Brown Live show and speak your piece. Like we did the other day with the churches. Did you guys see that interview with the churches? That was good. That was good. So, yeah. I got more for you. This is just going to be like a video show or something. So, Levert the Bassman on Instagram listed all of the wives, all of the light skinned wives. You niggas, I find that disgusting and deplorable. You mother effing niggas. I am appalled at the thought that not only do you choose light skinned wives, you purposely make babies with them. What does this sound like? This is very similar to the churches. Find a wife, make babies, and go to Diddy's parties. You men are disgusting across the board. Find a light skinned wife? What? The anger that is whelping inside of me. Find a light skinned wife? The anger. I have so much anger. Let's look at the light skinned wives. Smash the like button, everyone. Let's look at the light skinned wives. So, we have Ricky Smiley, Fat Faison, Kevin Hart, Martin Lawrence. I don't know who the middle guy is. Steve Harvey, Eddie Murphy, and I forgot the one at the bottom. Look at all the light-skinned wives. Look at that. Look at that. These are the men that you are spending your money on. These are the one-sided, racist men that you are spending your money on. These are the men that you admire. What in the hell is wrong with my screen? These are the men that you admire. These are the men that you go see in dresses. These are the men that you let replace women in roles that were meant for women. Oh, I didn't even know that. Eddie's current wife is Claire. Let's not talk about the first wives. It's not about the first wives because as they got successful, the game was to make sure you get a light skinned wife, right? Who else did that? Didn't Idris do that? What color wife does Idris have? Now I'm looking at a lot of things, not just one or two things. Idris. Did Idris do that? Let me see what his wife looks like. I mean, I don't think she's that. Idris Elba's Canadian model. Who did Idris leave his wife for? A lot of them do this, meaning leave the first wife for the second wife. What I didn't know is that they might have been leaving the first wife for a light skinned wife. Kevin Hart's first wife, I thought, was brown skinned, right? Steve Harvey's wife was brown skinned, right? You know what makes me mad about this? It's not like it's a preference, right? It's like if you want to make it in a business, then get a light skinned wife and make sure she never says anything, produces anything, become a businesswoman. Make sure she's just token candy. Idris has been married 3 times. God, the first and second wife look very similar. They're all about the same coloring. They're all about the same coloring. All right. That's what it looks like, Jada, that having a light skinned wife is their proximity to clear culture. You know, I have to tell you, if Chris Rock and Amber Rose are together, it's just because Amber Rose needs attention. I'm not listening to that bullshit. Y'all don't know Amber Rose. Yeah, that's what I mean. They leave their darker skinned wives for lighter women as they get richer. But I think what bothers me is that it's not a preference, it's a system. That's what bothers me. It's the men talking in the system saying, in order to, and who's talking to the men? Like, are there executive clear people that are like, in order to be successful, you have to find yourself a light skinned man? So isn't that like NASA training the black man on what they should be doing? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. I have no idea what the fuck is going on here. That's it. It's weird looking, light skinned Stepford wife starter pack. Is it like any light skinned wife? Like, is there love involved? Like, it just seems like once you cross the threshold, then they start like, you start going to parties and the brown skinned wife thinks she's safe. And then they start looking at you, the man, is like, what, she's laughing too loud? Like, I don't get it. What's the problem, people? And before you know it, they're being convinced to leave their current wife who helped him make it, right? For a light-skinned wife that's not allowed to have a voice. Something's weird about that. Where are my light-skinned wives in the business? You need to start speaking up, and you need to start saying if you are being taken advantage by these niggas, by these straight up niggas, are you being taken advantage of? Are they telling you to shut up and go shopping? Because that's fucked up. That's fucked up. The gang. Once you join a gang, you have to have a light or white wife. That's what I'm trying to say. Hi, L. Jones. Oh, they all got light wives too? Kanye. Let's call out Kanye. Ice-T. Right. Thank you, Jada. Yeah, nobody pay Amber no mind. It's okay. What did Cocktails and Chanel say? What happened? What happened, sweetie? Sometimes my thing doesn't go all the way back. Oh, don't listen to that. We're not gonna do Chris Rock and Amber. Amber needs money, and Chris Rock is the best that he could get is Amber Rose. Think about that. Let's stay off that for a minute. We don't need to go there. That's annoying. L. Jones goes, I believe this to be fact. I was involved with a guy who told me that he... Well, L. Jones, I think what's happening here, and I think this might be your point, L. Jones. First of all, I thought we got over that. But I think what your boyfriend or your potential boyfriend was trying to say is that if I see Eddie Murphy, Fat Faison, Lawrence Martin, Hart Kevin, then what he is saying is that that's what's being shown to me. And that's the way of brainwashing that's the way the media brainwashes Black culture. And before you know it, chocolate women are looking bad and looking frowned upon. And let me tell you something, what I know about light-skinned women. Who the fuck are you people to put that on light-skinned women? They're not trying to be that thing that the Black man says they are. Whatever that thing is. I don't know what it is. They want to be Black. They want to be a part of the culture, not separate from. Like you niggas, you found a way to separate us as women. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. I'm a big fan. If somebody wants to date, whatever they want to date, let them. I'm not a fan of the training of it. And that's what I have a problem with when we talk about colorism. Oh, I can't breathe in this damn mask. No, this has nothing to do with classism. This has nothing to do with classism. Nothing to do with classism. This has to do with the Black man trying to be a part of a system of masses house. That is not classism. These are comedians that are lower class than people in the hood. They are trash. They are disgusting. They are dogs. They are drug addicts. They are alcoholics. They are lower than the people, than the crack man in the hood. They are lower than the crack around Funky Geneva's lips. By the way, you know I predicted that, right? I told y'all Fox Soul was going to kick Funky Geneva off the show. I told y'all. The writing was on the wall. I was like, Funky Geneva, you gonna get fired. So the whole story he told about his contract and blah, blah, blah. Fucking fat Faison lie. Funky Geneva. See, Tiffany gets my jokes. Tiffany got it like that. You got it? The crack around his lips? That was funny. That was really funny. Thank you, Tiffany. Those niggas are lower than Funky Geneva's crack powdered mouth. See, Saban, you get it. Thank you. That was funny. It's very funny. I tell jokes too, people. I got jokes. I got jokes. Al Jones, you're going far. I can't highlight that. I can't say that about all people. I can't do that. I never like. He does look stinky, right? Thank you, Kenneth. He was too unfiltered. Too unfiltered. Cocktails, Funky Geneva's lips. That's funny, right? I got jokes. I got jokes. Nope. Funky Geneva put out a video to save his fucking ass. It was contract. It was this. It was that. Motherfucker, it was your powdered, cracked mouth. It was your powdered, crackhead mouth. Claudia Jones spent the whole time like this. You got it. It was funny. It was very funny. I hope Funky Geneva goes to hell. I don't give a shit how he makes it. That nig is disgusting. And when he's high on crack, he is the worst. He needs to go to hell. I've decided I'm not blessing none of these people. Go to hell! Oh, thank you, Pink Little Phil. It's not connected. Colorism, classism. Sorry. It's funny. No, he didn't. He never made that show funny. I hated looking at a crackhead on TV because that's what Fox thinks about black people. To think that didn't they watch his YouTube channels? And those gold lips covering up his crack-headed mouth? Oh my God. I'm so glad he's gone. Who replaced him, by the way? Dr. Heavenly was going to replace him because I think they were planning to get rid of him. I did a video on Funky Geneva years ago. And I told him he sucked years ago. And I was correct. I'm going to do a video on all that stuff. I keep forgetting who, though. Crackhead mouth. All right, I got more videos for you. This is a good one. I don't know where I got this from, but it's a very good one. Let me play this one for you. This is a good one. This is Ricky Smiley. And this was after the thing. Let me get this up on the screen now. This was after the thing. The thing. This was on his radio show. This was on Ricky Smiley radio show, which was hilarious. Everybody's in their panties. It's hilarious. I'm in my panties. I'm all in my panties. I'm all in my male panties with the dong 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 dong. You all wear thongs. You're all girls. You're all a bunch of pussies. I'm so glad you were exposed. I did have disdain for all of you. All of you. All of you men in the entertainment industry. You make real black men look horrible. And that's the truth. That's the truth. All right. Hold on, guys. You're going to love this interview.
Get into this. The whole internet going crazy. Comments that Cat Williams made. But if I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but the only thing I can speak for is myself. Cat made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes for Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET, and that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in all.
Oh, sorry. Damn it. How did that happen?
Ever heard?
Oh. I see what I did wrong. I gotta put this on YouTube.
Get into this. The whole LA. That was my first job with BET, and that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. Was Money Mike, and I guess the producers, Cube, and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like just a guy who was hanging around in the strip club, who was just kind of being annoying. Almost like a crackhead type of character. That was right. So I guess when Cat Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're going to be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history. Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie about that. As a matter of fact, my manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who is still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta. We got him on the phone. Just to clarify, Gary Abdo, good morning. I'm good, man. Just for clarification, you was my manager at the time. We went to LA together for the audition. Cube wanted to see us. What is your version?
Yeah, well, we're old, and that was 23 years ago. So, our memories are what our memories are. You went out, you auditioned, they wanted you to play Money Mike. That was the sides that they had sent. The sides are the portion of the script for the part they want you to play. Those were the sides they sent. That was the audition you did. They said, great, we want you to play this role. My recollection is you had to go back and read for the execs from the studio one final time. And the night before that, we got different sides, and they said, no, we want you to play this role. And we didn't understand it. We really were under the impression, well, you had the role as Money Mike, but then all of a sudden they switched it up. Now we understand why. Cat came in, blew them away. He's an incredible performer. That was probably one of the most iconic breakout parts in movie history. I mean, that was literally Cat's first movie. Friday was not Chris Tucker's first movie. Next Friday was not Mike Epps' first movie. For that to have been Cat Williams' first movie, and he exploded. I mean, that literally made him an iconic touring comedian, one of the biggest to do it in this generation. And, the rest, as they say, was history. But, yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, you were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role, and then that switched up overnight.
And I'm glad I ended up being the Santa Claus, because that role was iconic and not as funny as his. I like the pimp. I personally like the pimp better, but the Santa Claus role was just perfect for me. At the time, I was skinny and could run fast, so
and you could squeeze over that gate. So yeah, that
right.
was the,
I just wanted to clarify that. And then there was no contract ever in agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins. That's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans of my work for a long time, and it was like, we want you to play Bernice Jenkins, and and here you go. And that's what happened. And I went out there and shot that in one day, me and Red Grant. And that was a lot of fun. And it had nothing to do with Cat Williams' contract or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect Cat. Definitely disappointed that you have to get on the air and explain something like this. But that's the truth, and I don't know what else to say. So there it is.
Yeah, there's not much else to say. It's indisputable that Cat played that role, killed it, built an entire career out of that one role that all of us look at and go, wow, that's absolutely amazing. But it's also indisputable. You were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role. You just had to read one more time. And then that switched up.
And the crazy thing about it is we had a conversation when he came out. He said a lot of this 12 years ago. And we had a conversation because I was on 14th Street in Atlanta, right by the Four Seasons Hotel. And I was driving down the street with my granddad in the car, and I saw Cat Williams going across the street on 14th Street. And I said, Cat, what's up? Whatever. I just wanted to make sure we was good. He said, come over and have a cup of coffee with me, because he was walking over to Starbucks. And I went over and he went in there and got the coffee. We was chopping it up or whatever. Just didn't even really talk about the issue or whatever. I said, hey, man, I want you to come out and say hello to my granddad. My granddad is a fan. He came out to the truck I'll never forget, I was in my Ford F-150, and I came out and spoke to my granddad. He hugged my granddad and wished him well. My granddad was like, keep doing what you're doing, young man. My granddad was living at the time. It was just me and my granddad in the truck. And we dapped it up, and that was it. I mean, that was it. And I thought that we were good. I didn't know that we had any issues, and if there aren't any issues or if there's anything that I've done, not only to Cat Williams, to anybody, I apologize. I'm not perfect. I made mistakes, but I did. I you know, that's just the honest to God truth. And I did audition for what I auditioned for, and I'm glad that the producers made that decision. And let me address all of the things with Gary. You can help me out with this because, you know, comedy greats like Flip Wilson played Geraldine. Richard Pryor played some roles on his show. Jamie Foxx played Wanda. Martin played Shanae. I did Bernice Jenkins. Tyler Perry did. There's a lot of comics and a lot of comedy greats that did characters for the sake of funny, for entertainment, for the sake of the laugh. And it has nothing to do with nobody's comfortable in the role. Nobody wants to put on a damn dress or comfortable in it, you know. That has nothing to do with my manhood being lessened for trying to play a role and trying to put food on the table for my...
It's nothing more than a prop. It's nothing more than a way to get a laugh. I mean, back in, you know, Shakespeare's time, there were no females playing female roles. Every female role was played by a man. You know, it's just part of an art form. It's part of what makes it funny. You bring the funny to it. I wish that I'm sure you remember. People don't know about this. The pilot that you shot for the Kings of Comedy TV show, Bernice Jenkins had a whole sketch with Medea.
Yeah, I did a sketch with Medea, me, Earthquake, Tyler Perry, Niecy Nash. We did a thing called The View. It's supposed to be like The View, but it was a church-based version of The View, and it was just kind of great to see Bernice Jenkins, the character, and Medea. And I started off doing Bernice Jenkins doing prank phone calls on the Buck Wild Morning Show in Birmingham, which spanned into, hey, I think you should do a character. This would be a great character for this role. So we were all in our 30s, late 20s, doing what we had to do in order to be successful. Now that we are older, I'm comfortable in my job in radio. I'm comfortable in, you know, the roles that I get and the things that I get to do. And I just finished a phenomenal comedy special. So the statement about Ricky Smiley is not funny. I've been sold out since 97. That part. Every single show I have done since 97, maybe not big arenas, but I pack up those theaters and have the ad shows and comedy clubs in between radio and all of that, and raising a family I'm comfortable with. What makes me sad, I don't like the way that made my kids feel. And that's why I'm not gonna, you know, go after him, because he has kids and family members and nieces and nephews also, and it hurts our family members and people that do love us when we say hurtful things about each other. So we want to wish Cat Williams the best or whatever. It ain't nothing but love over here just because we don't agree. Arnez J and I had beef for about 20 years, and I ended up sitting next to him on a plane. And when I saw him, I couldn't do nothing but grab him and hug him. And we text each other all day on Christmas Day. It feels like we're trying to make up for lost time. Two talented people that actually love each other. And Special K, Cat Williams got some comedy dates coming up. He's going to be in Birmingham. Cat Williams is coming to Huntsville. I want y'all to go out and support him. I want y'all to pack those damn theaters and show nothing but unconditional love to him and to any comic that come into our space, you know, Birmingham, Huntsville. That's like my area or whatever, where I grew up or whatever. K, you got the dates?
Yeah, you got January 12th, Cedar Park, Texas. The 14th, Estero, Florida. The 19th, Huntsville, Alabama. The 26th of January, Tupelo, Mississippi. I'll go ahead and get on Ticketmaster, get them tickets.
Yeah, make sure y'all go out and see Cat Williams and go out and support it, man. It's all love over here because there's enough money out here for everybody. So what we're addressing for everybody that's tuning in, we're just addressing the whole Cat Williams situation, and I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Because here's the thing: what we all need to understand. Here's what we all need to understand. You know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going, and you don't know who you're gonna need. And I promise to God, if there's anything that he or anybody in this family on this staff ever need, we'll be there. You know, because I stick up for comics, and we all are not perfect, and we all don't get along all.
That sounds like a threat, you little bitch. That sounds like a little threat. Don't think for a second that Cat Williams is going to need something from you, him or his family. You will be begging him to hire you. You little bitch. Did you hear the ending where he was like, I want to encourage everyone to go and buy Cat Williams tickets. Would you have said that December 31st? Is that something you would have said December 31st, you little bitch, Richie Smiley? Oh, are you only saying it now because you were put on blast with your light-skinned wife? What is it? What is it? Did your management team at your radio station tell you clean this shit up? Did Master tell you to clean this shit up? Because you work for somebody, Cat doesn't. Go see his show. And I've sold out. Let me tell you something. In little rinky-dink towns, there are such things as theaters. 100-seat theaters. So he can say he sold out a 100-seat theater. You ain't never sold out a Netflix show, let alone 12. Shut up, Ricky. Shut up. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. By the way, help me out, guys. Remember, I told you I don't have my black card. What fucking movie are they talking about? What's this Friday movie? I don't think I've ever watched it, but I think I need to watch it now. What movie is this? And I think, guys, except for Dustin Hoffman, what were some of those names? Jim Carrey is crazy, first of all. He's crazy. Don't trust Jim Carrey. He's nuts. Trust me. I think the other people that they are talking about, it's one thing to have a Caucasian person playing a role and wearing a dress. Their price goes up. So I don't know if we're staying on the same page, right, with culture. It's another thing to make a black man do a role. And they don't have a choice in it. And they don't pay them near the money of the Tom Hanks, the John Travolta, the Dustin Hoffman. So I'm not comparing, green apples against red apples. And I'm not saying which one did the worst job is dressing up as women. So a lot of people like to make points without understanding the component of what Kat was saying. The component of what Kat was saying is that black men had to put on a dress because it was degrading. They did it because the people behind the scenes, the producers, said it would be funny. And that's the difference. because we're so ignorant as a culture that we went to these movies and laughed at these men who was degraded in front of us. Like, we don't know what they had to do when they said, put the dress on. It'll be funny. But if they went to John Travolta, they said, put the dress on, and John said, how much more money am I going to get? And they said, how much money do you want, John? That's better. That's how you talk to me. See the difference? Not one of those men can say that when they put on the dress, Kevin Hart for Saturday Night Live in a purple dress looking like a disgusting woman, you little bitch. None of them can say, I put on a dress, but I got paid $50 million. Good morning, Veronica. Tell it, Tracy. Ricky, shut up. Thank you, Sony B. It's damage control. Nobody knew he was under the Santa suit. He had a mask on the entire movie. Cat bodied Money Mike. Super Memorial. I don't even know who Money Mike is. Lord have mercy. Somebody give me my black card. What is the name of this movie? And then his agent, who sounded white to me, did you hear him just promote Cat? Oh, Cat was the greatest thing this side of sliced pizza. Did you guys hear how much he perked up? Listen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me see something. All right. I got one more thing to show you guys. Friday after next. Was Friday the Ice Cube movie? You heard that, Shaban? You heard how he lit up like a Christmas tree when he was like, that was the best role I've ever seen. And that was his first movie. And everybody else, that wasn't their first movie, but that was Cat's first movie. He blew it out the park. I was dying. I said, Lord, help this man. Help this man. Ricky, you brought somebody up to be your backup, and he failed you. Everybody heard it? Hi, Sassy Taurus. Thank you. Thank you. Now listen to this one. I forgot where I got this from, but I'm pretty sure somebody sent it to me. Just get rid of you now. I might come on tomorrow, only because I might feel like it. Because I want to like break down each of these. And today was light-skinned women and Ricky Smiley. Tomorrow might be Steve Harvey. Might be Steve Harvey tomorrow. I can't wait till Monday. Sorry. Hi, Sassy. Oh, be more. Oh my God, I'm so happy for her. Oh my God. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, I thought I saved it. All right, let me see if I can find it in a group. Oh my God, I feel so dumb. I just saw it.
Singers when they sing songs.
save it to now?
You sense a demonic presence.
Oh, it was on TikTok. No.
You sense a demonic presence. If you sense a demonic,
Let's see if Kiki sent it to me. What are you guys saying? Talk to each other. Oh, thank God. Listen to this, guys.
Okay, y'all remember the original Lion King, and y'all remember how Scar set it up for Mufasa to die. But then Scar turned around and blamed Mufasa's death on Simba. Like Scar had Simba think he killed his daddy, right? So Simba went off into the wilderness to live his best life with Timon and Pumbaa. Y'all remember that? And then Nala went looking for food and stumbled across Simba and convinced Simba to go back to Pride Rock and take his rightful place as king. Well, when Simba went back to Pride Rock and it was looking broke down and tore up because Scar and them hyenas had ran through it, Simba came and took out Scar and took out the rest of the other hyenas and then took his rightful place as king. This is what you see happening with Cat Williams, because Cat Williams is Simba, who is now not just a baby, but he's a grown-up, right? He's the original king. And Taraji is Nala, and Monique is Sarabi, Simba mama. Mm-hmm. Y'all see the Lion King live. and here's the thing. Simba ain't here to play with nobody. Simba said, listen, I done sat back for years and allowed y'all to run Pride Rock, and y'all done run Pride Rock in the ground. Now I'm coming back to take my rightful place, but in order to get you out, I need to expose you for the liars and the thieves that you are. And I'm here for all of it. Okay. Y'all remember the original Lion King, and y'all remember how Scar set it up for Mufasa to die. But then Scar turned around and blamed Mufasa's death on Simba. Like Scar had Simba think he killed his daddy, right? So Simba went off into the wilderness to live his best life with Timon and Pumbaa. Y'all remember that? And then Nala went looking for food and stumbled across Simba and convinced Simba to go back to Pride Rock and take his rightful place as king. Well, when Simba went back to Pride Rock and it was looking broke down and tore up because Scar and them hyenas had ran through it, Simba came and took out Scar and took out the rest of the other hyenas and then took his rightful place as king. This is what you see happening with Cat Williams, because Cat Williams is Simba, who is now not just a baby, but he's a grown-up, right? He's the original king. And Taraji is Nala, and Monique is Sarabi, Simba mama. Mm-hmm. Y'all see the Lion King live. and here's the thing. Simba ain't here to play with nobody. Simba said, listen, I done sat back for years and allowed y'all to run Pride Rock, and y'all done run Pride Rock in the ground. Now I'm coming back to take my rightful place, but in order to get you out, I need to expose you for the liars and the thieves that you are. And I'm here for all of it. Okay. Y'all remember?
All right, guys. I'm going to end this here. I always have to prepare for my readings. Please help me with my tooth fund by getting a reading. I am on time. I am more than accurate. My PayPal is listed there, Tracy Brown 515 at Yahoo. My Cash App is $ Tracy Brown Live. My Venmo is Tracy Brown 07. And my Zelle, that's the number that you use for Zelle. Please help me with my tooth fund. And the best way to help me is to come and get your readings. All right, guys. There's 150 people here. Can I please have 150 likes? It makes a big difference. Also, remember, I am going to be starting a nightly show. And unfortunately, I am going at it by myself. I'm going at it rogue. So Lamar will not be a part of my new nightly show. It's going to be called Tracy After Dark. And that's where we can get a little bit more, gritty. Not Storm Moreau gritty, but we can get a little bit more hot under the collar, if you know what I mean. So join me starting January 8th. Tracy Brown After Dark, for real, for real. Please help me with my tooth fund. I love you all. I will be back on probably in about a half an hour. Just let me get this reading out to do dashikis and bonnets. Storm. I ain't gonna be like Storm. I don't know how Storm gets away with all of his videos, but he be doing it. Have a great and safe weekend. I'm probably going to come on tomorrow, remember, guys, just for a little bit. I just want to talk about Cat Williams and Steve Harvey. It is just, some of these things can't wait until the weekend is up. So I'm going to have to come on tomorrow, do a little bit, and then you guys enjoy your weekend. I think everybody's getting their karma, good or bad. Happy 2024. I love you guys. Oh, yes. See you tomorrow, Charmin Tarot class. Also, contact me if you want to be in the next tarot class. The date has not been listed. But most importantly, you know what I need you for? Help me to fund my tooth. That's why I'm wearing a mask. In case anybody doesn't know, please help me. Get a reading. That is the best way to help me. 2024 is not taking any prisoners. No, they not. I really love you guys, and let's call a spade a spade. Cue the music.
Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.